welcome back to the channel. This your boy Hood. I appreciate y'all. Yusef Two Times. We kicking it. This is what we do over here. We got a little thing that's happening right now in the hip hop industry. It's called rap fatigue. But before I get to it, I want to check my audio and everything like that to make sure that's working. So let me just get to that real quick. But I appreciate y'all coming to check out the channel. Hope y'all having a dope ass day. Oh God, this one ain't working. But anyway, rap fatigue, is it real? That's something everybody been debating in the hip hop world for the last 3 days now. Is rap fatigue because on the Billboard Top 100, there's no black music, no black rap music, you know. So everybody was wondering, is there a thing called black fatigue, rap fatigue? You know, there's a thing called black fatigue, which don't exist really, but they trying to say rap fatigue, but I don't think it exists either. I think that most music is watched and enjoyed by the people who like that music. And if you try to get them to like the music you like or watch what you're interested in, it's not going to work. I mean, remember our siblings, there's three or four of us, and there's four of us growing up. And when I was into a rapper called KRS-One, none of my brothers liked him. And even Nas came about, and he was a big time rapper, but none of my brothers wanted to hear him. They was in different kind of rappers. I'm saying rap fatigue, real. Now I'm just asking you guys, do you have rap fatigue? We just do a little poll for people who come into the chat area and want to talk and leave a message, because again, I don't think it exists, but the way people are talking, everybody having a conversation about it, people believe that it exists because of the fact that none of the music has been really enjoyed by the masses, the millions of people in the world. But, you know, rap get to go through an up and down stage. I don't think people care so much if music is not on the top 100, or they force the music on the top 100, that's rock music or other genres of music, because why are they so definite on hip hop? I'm gonna let Numo talk, explain to us a little bit about it. So let me get to a green screen. Here, we'll put MJ right there for a minute. And we're gonna let Numo talk, explain to us what's going on with rap fatigue. Let's go.
People are saying we are tired of this music. They are trash. Yeah, fam. Did you know, for the first time since 1990, no hip hop song was included in Billboard's Top 40. Not one single hip hop song. That might be a sign. So how did we get here? I took some notes. Let's start with too much of the same sound. A lot of mainstream music blends into one lane. Same beat, same flow, same topics. When everything starts to sound the same, there's no excitement. So, eventually, people get burned out. Label chasing trends instead of talent. The industry pushes what's ever hot at the moment, thus pushing a moment, not a movement. And so,
but the question really is, whose fault is that? Is that the fault of the listener, or is that the fault of the people, the executives in charge? The executives in charge are trying to make millions of dollars. So if they have an artist or art that's going to be picked up by the people and they can make money, then that would be crazy for them not to switch up and do something different. That it's money. So it's like, hey, this is what's trendy. If it's not going to hit the Billboard 100 because the kids listen to it for a short term and then it goes away, then that's what it is. You can't change what it is, because what it is the people that's my age and above, or the people that run the Billboard, they're going to want things to be what they used to be. So what things used to be like is what things used to be like. It says since 1990. I was 17 in 1990. literally 17, 16 turning 17. So you tell me the music trends of my 17-year-old year should have some kind of validity today? That don't even fucking make sense. Matter of fact, I wasn't even rapping at 17 years old. I was just a regular person living my life trying to get girls. So I listened to music. I heard who was out. At that time, music was completely different. It was all about black power, blackness. You would get on the radio, you would listen to radio, and it'd be like, all the black people, raise your hand up. Spike Lee had Do the Right Thing movie was out at that time. It was a different time frame. And then black music wasn't so acceptable. So it wasn't like hip hop on commercials. Hip hop wasn't like in the store when you're going to buy stuff for Christmas, you hear hip hop music playing. It was not like that at that time. Most of the music was at that time coming from the 70s and the 80s. So you had a lot of Luther Vandross, you had a lot of Temptation music being played on the radio. They didn't accept hip hop at that time. Only rapper that they accepted at that time in 1990 was Ice Cube. I'm talking about accepted on the mainstream. I'm sorry, not Ice Cube. It was Ice T and LL Cool J. They were on the mainstream. And then you obviously had MC Hammer, Vanilla Ice. Those were mainstream artists. But regular artists, it was a thing called underground. And nobody wanted to be mainstream. So if you got your music on the mainstream radio in 1990, all the hip hop black people would look at you as a sellout. They called that as going mainstream. Like, so nobody wanted to go mainstream. That was almost like selling out. That's like working a job or something like that for the Klan. So you wouldn't do that. You'd be like, I'm not doing that. Even though they give me this money, you would choose not to do that. So, but then to try to make equivalent 1990s time to 2025, which is 30 years, that's like three generation of humans that raised up from babies to now. So they have their taste of music. Like I could like who I like. Like I had three brothers growing up. And when I used to like at 17 years old, or 18, or even 19 or 20, when I used to like KRS-One, the rapper, none of my brothers liked him. They didn't hear that shit. They didn't want to know nothing about no black power shit. They didn't give a fuck about blackness and what we gonna do as a people. But that was what the rap was about. So I used to like that shit. It was melodic. It was the dope shit. I felt you must learn. They didn't want to hear that shit. So it was like, does that mean that music shouldn't hit the top 40 or the top 100? No. Everybody's not going to be into everything that everybody else is in. The top 40, the top 100, you have to pay to be on those platforms, meaning that it's payola. So that means that your executive in charge, your producer or your record label got to pay the DJs, got to pay the record companies, got to pay the concert venues, got to pay all them people so that you can run through the route. You could take the route. Okay, start here, concert there, concert there. You got to pay security in these towns. You got to probably play the local dudes or girls that want to be on the shows where you come from. You have to pay for all that shit. You got to pay for food, got to pay for transportation. It costs money to be an artist that's going to be on those levels. But if more artists today, because of internet and streaming, don't want to be on a record deal, then that means most people are not going to get out there the same way because they don't want to be on a record deal. I'd rather put my own music on DistroKid. I'd rather get the money that they send in. If it's only be on less than a penny, why would I split that with somebody? Why would I have somebody else saying, yeah, we played your music, you got this many streams, we get this cut, you get that cut. Like, that's it? Like, no, I'd rather just get my own damn money straight for me like Master P did back when I was young, and y'all all heard of him and Baby and all these guys. They getting their own cut. They not waiting around for the people to make a cut. And, so it's different strokes for different folks. So some people might say, man, hell no, they give me a check, 200,000 right now, I'm taking that. So, but is that person's music going to be good enough to get on the top 40 or the top billboards? So it's kind of really iffy. You really can't know. You know what I'm saying? So let me let him explain some more of it. Let's get back to it real quick.
Build culture on microwave talent. You can't do it. You can't build culture on microwave music. And this is another reason why the genre has suffered. Social media took the focus off skill. Clout matters, not charts these days. Clout. So it's like whoever is moving the algorithm is moving the needle. Whoever is moving the algorithm is moving the needle. So that's why if you follow what's going on in music, most of the time you hear about artists. You're hearing about their shenanigans. You're hearing about baby daddy drama, baby mama drama. You're hearing about the divorce, the breakup, the way that they neglect their kids. All you're hearing about what they bought for their kids and how they spent $1 million on this and that. You learn all of these things about the artist. Back in the day, people wanted to know about artists, and you learn things about artists like regular stuff like favorite color, favorite, the community, struggle, pride. Now you got a whole bunch of people just talking about a whole bunch of nothing.
See, I think that's still opinionated. So it's like, why would somebody my age be listening to NBA YoungBoy? Makes no sense. If I even tried to listen to him, number one, his voice is too snary. It sounds fucking weird to me. Then the stuff he's talking about, I would not be able to pick up on all of the fucking like words that he using or like the subject matters that he's talking about. So I remember when I was hustling my music with my homies and shit. This is like about last year, and we was driving in the car for like 8 hours. So my buddy had enough music. He younger than me. He like 30. He had enough music he had made. We could drive all the way to Nashville and keep playing music that he made. I said, damn, that's a lot of fucking music you made. He's been making music since I was 15. I'm like, God damn. So anyway, at some time I'm listening to his words he's saying. Now, I'm from Chicago. He from Chicago. So he was saying words. I'm thinking like, I'm saying the words back. I'm rapping the words, but I don't understand what the fuck he's saying. So I asked him. I said, what the fuck is 556? What the fuck is 224s? Like, why would y'all give y'all address out on the rhymes? Like, I don't understand why you would like if y'all beefing with each other in the neighborhoods, why you would say your address on a song? Like you keep saying 224 556. Like, what the fuck would you say that for? And he was like, that's not an address. That's the bullets. I said, what the fuck? That's the bullet. Oh shit, y'all talking about bullets. Okay. Well, Ken, I didn't even fucking know. Now I'm from the hood. I'm from the same goddamn area, but that's not my world. That's his world, and they have utilized some bullets that they talk about. Now I hear this shit all the time, and I'm like, oh, that's what the fuck. Now when I said that to him, he died laughing. He could not stop fucking laughing. Everybody who got in the car, he told him, guess what this nigga said 224s and 556s is? And I'm tripping like, what the fuck? I mean, I don't know your words. And y'all talking about shit that's from your era. I can't know. So anyway, another thing he used to say was cracking foes. So he's like, yeah, I'm cracking foes. I'm cracking foes. I don't know what the fuck that meant. So I'm saying it back. I'm like rhyming the shit and kicking it. And then eventually I'm like, well, what the fuck do cracking foes mean? Like, what is that? And he was like, oh, that's the gang in Chicago. That's our opposition. So I'm like, oh shit. So I'm saying some bullshit like that. I ain't even fucking know. That's what he was saying. So again, why would I play that music every day, riding to work, going home, picking my girl up? I don't even fucking understand what they saying. So, because it's just not my era. It's not my time. I'm not from that time frame. I don't say that shit. My friends don't talk like that. So I wouldn't pick up on the words unless I'm hearing the music and then asking the person who made it, like, what the fuck do that mean? So that being said, how can that music be worldwide or listened to by hundreds of thousands of people and then everybody be like, it's on Billboard Top 30, Billboard Top 20? That's going to be kind of hard to do because the music got to be able to reach a lot of people. So that means it got to be more, as we used to call it when I was young, a little bubble gum, a little bit more, mainstream. It got to appeal to kids. It got to appeal to grown-ups. So for instance, when we was young, MC Hammer had a song out at that same time, 1990, and it was called "You Can't Touch This." So this song was bigger than life. This was like it was basically Michael Jackson, motherfucking MC Hammer, but in the hood raps like EPMD, fucking all the black independent hip hop rappers that was out at that time, whoever they was not fucking with him. And what's his name? Uh, Too Short, all of them, they would make music videos dissing MC Hammer. You know what I'm saying? And so Hammer would be like, the fuck? Even the white groups, like Third Base, any of them, they would diss MC Hammer being like, that's bubblegum rap. We from the hood. We make underground rap. So today it's flipped. Now you want to be Megan Thee Stallion. Now you want to be Cardi B because it comes with a bigger amount of money. So it's like, I don't want to be no underground rapper. I don't want to be underground. Like, what the fuck? You want to be mainstream. But again, the talent got to be there and the people and the money. It's a lot of elements that go into it. So they make it where talent can't just get you to that point. You can't just be a good rapper and then you make it to that point. No, you got to have money. You got to know the right people. You got to be signed to the right company. You got to be able to have the right security squad with you. You got to be from the right city because they They're not finna put no money and all that from somebody from Akron, Ohio. They're not finna put all that money for somebody from North Beach, Virginia. They're not gonna do that. And when some people do slide out of there, like the Locks, or I mean, the Clips, they only one group. Like North Virginia got many humans there, and there's only one rap group that made it out. It's not like four. It's not like 14. When you think about New York, you're talking about 22,000 rappers. You know, when you talk about California or Atlanta, you're talking about thousands of rappers. In Chicago, you're talking about hundreds of rappers that didn't just try to rap, but actually made a career for themselves. So maybe a good handful, two handfuls. But when you're talking about mainstream impact, it's not something that black people can easily do. Because think about it, black people got the talent. So if it was a song that could be made and it was gonna go mainstream, it's most likely gonna come from black people who invented the fucking genre. But when you talk about white people who own those systems, they own the billboard, they own the charts, they own what how it gets read, how it gets calculated. They can say whoever the hell they want to say made the money or made the time or made those billboards, or they can say who didn't make it, like, hey, black rappers, y'all still haven't made it. So now all these rappers in the house churning away at the studio trying to get a song made so they can finally get on top billboard. But is that something to chase? Is that something to interest yourself in? If you're creative and you making something, you don't give a shit if it worked with other folks, if it fit in a group, or they accept you in some kind of platform. It's like, who cares about that shit? This is my new song. I'm dropping it. This is my new song. I'm putting it out. I'm over here putting the song out with them. Me and this guy making songs. You basically building your catalog today. So it's almost like people are more focused on a catalog than fast turnaround concert money or get a couple of shows on the big arenas. It's like, this is catalog time. I can make 100 songs sitting in my house. So that's stacking up my catalog. So when people ever start fucking with me, they're going to hear more songs, more songs, more songs, more songs. So the bigger my catalog, the bigger the money I'm going to get in the end. So that's the hustle. It's not about necessarily being known or having a big concert run. It's like, even if I don't get on concerts, my streaming money for the rest of my life will always come to me because I sat around and I built a catalog. I got 300 songs. I got 3,000 songs. So finally, when somebody realizes you or recognize you, they're going to say, oh, I love this person. I'm finna listen to every song they made. And they got 3,000 songs. So it don't matter if they made a big deal or a big splash or if they celebrities. I made 3,000 damn songs. So you can keep the billboards, you can keep the pop charts. I got a fucking check coming in every week because all I did is make new music and now I own it. And so I think that that's why you'll never see so much of the same thing happening from the past happening today, and why the billboards haven't changed and no black people is on it today. It's a different time frame. And while some people might say the music is whack and don't nobody want to listen to it, or I might say I can't understand what the hell they saying sometimes, so I'm not gonna listen to it. That don't mean that the people who listening to music ain't listening to it at a large level. They are. NBA YoungBoy should be at that top billboard, but his songs aren't universal because in his vernacular and what he's speaking about, it's technically just for his team of people, his squad, his group. You know what I'm saying? So it wouldn't really translate to people in every step of age. Somebody like Michael Jackson, he made music and it was able to translate with every age bracket, the young kids all the way up to the adults, no matter what song he made. It was something that was universal. I remember sitting in the crib watching I'm Bad. I'm Bad, the music video. I'm bad. I'm bad. I'm sitting back examining that shit like, I'm bad. I'm bad. I'm bad. I'm bad. I'm bad. You know it. And I couldn't deny that the song was fire. I'm like a hip hop fucking head at this time. Like, and Michael Jackson dropped, I thought he was gonna make a rap song, but he didn't. It's the first time he had some hood looking dudes in one of his music videos. And it just so happened to be the hood dude was Wesley Snipes. But they went front face to face. And then Michael Jackson said some words and then they left. And then he did into the music video of Bad. And I said to myself, this nigga did it again. Like, he ain't even rap on this song. But he made it still feel fierce without cursing. And they played that shit on the radio 80 trillion times. You can't even imagine. You can't even imagine. The music video played 10 billion times. So he was still able to touch hip hop artists, hip hop lovers with I'm Bad because he stayed himself. It did hit the billboard. It because it's Michael Jackson, so it's like it hit all that shit. So it was like he didn't lose nothing. He stayed original. He didn't say, I gotta get a rap song. He just, and at that time, rap was coming, boy, like a motherfucking train pushing through. They kept telling us, it's gonna be gone. That shit ain't gonna last. That shit ain't gonna last. Rap's still here. I'm fucking old as a bitch today. Not that's not true. I'm older, not old as a bitch. But I'm just saying from that time frame of being a teenager to today, it's like look how rap just carried me. Who would have thought I could still be hip hop at fucking 50 something? Who wouldn't imagine that when I was a kid? You seeing the 50-year-old dudes at that time wearing suits, wearing motherfucking non-gym shoe wear. They wouldn't even put on sneakers when I was growing up. You know what I'm saying? They would have on dress shoes and shit like they was going to church. Every grown man. So when you talk about wearing Nikes and shit and Jordans and shit like that, as a fucking 50-year-old man, people looking at you like, why you dress young? Why you dress like the shorties? But it's like, how the fuck I'm dressing young? I've been dressing like this since I was in my 20s. It's 30 years into the future. They dressing like me. The fuck you mean? Like they weren't even born when I was dressing like this. They was wearing diapers. So we didn't have to change our look. We didn't have to change how we feel about hip hop because it never went away. So it's almost like when you jumped on a board with hip hop at like 14 years old, you just was on there early and then you had to wait for everybody else to come along. And so now it's celebrated as 50 years in the future and everybody love hip hop, but you was fucking with rap music back in the fucking 80s. It was never nothing that you didn't do. So everybody else came aboard. Now they all standing around like, we love hip hop. It's breathing hard. It's like, we been here? You didn't know? We defended this shit back when we was teenagers saying it would never go away. So welcome to the party because we didn't have to give up hip hop. So now today, with them saying, "Oh, there's no hip hop on the billboard," it probably shouldn't be. You know what I'm saying? Hip hop has carried these things far enough. It's like now people can go make the music they want, and they don't have to do this whole "I got to get on the billboard to get an Oscar." I'm sorry, a Grammy. I don't need to be at somebody award show. I'm gonna make my music, build my catalog, and it's gonna be enough music to make me money for my family. That's what's more important, not necessarily being on a billboard and doing a concert, but today you got the streaming money, so your catalog built up. If they giving you 1 penny per song, you need 3,000, you need 15,000 songs. So what's more important, being on a billboard for 1 year or 2 summers or 5 weekends, or building you a strong catalog up so that you got mad music? So when somebody discover you, they be like, yo, this nigga, man, I can't stop listening to his music. I didn't drove to California and he still got new songs. That's what music is today. So y'all let me know what y'all think about this subject matter, man. I appreciate y'all kicking it with me, listening to me, hanging out with me. And I'm gonna have some videos you can watch right here. I think I got the Wiz Khalifa responding to the word fell off, and you'll be up here at the top of the playlist. And then you can watch, subscribe at the bottom. So thank y'all for watching, and peace out to you. Peace.